I'm 28 and I avoid people. I have no friends. I have no social circle. I don't go out to party. I don't have people to kick it with. And I prefer it that way. I prefer it to be this way for the rest of my life. I understand and realize that most people are undeserving of true, real, loyal friends. People don't know how to treat one another. Everybody's walking around dishonest. Everybody's walking around rude. Everybody's walking around fake. And it's gotten worse over the years. I remember back then in elementary school, middle school, even high school, right? Even college, how easy it was just to make friends, right? It was just so simple. You shook hands on the playground, right? Somebody that wanted to help you on the monkey bars, right? Or even in college, right? You know, people of all backgrounds, creeds, and colors. One thing brought us together. One thing brought us together, and that was that good old marijuana. It was so simple as, hey, you smoke? All right, come over here. We got 2, 3 blunts over here. Come on, we sharing. It was just so simple. And those people, became, possibly your friends for life, right? But life is tricky. Life has a funny way of showing you just how unstable people are, just how unstable life is in general, right? Everybody's glued to their phones, right? Nobody cares to come outside and to get to know people genuinely, right? Everybody's stuck in their own little bubble. Everybody's stuck in their own little world. They don't even give people the opportunities to show them something different, right? I choose to exile myself out of these bubbles. I choose to exile myself out of these circles, right? Because it's just not worth it. Every single time, especially these past 4 or 5 years, right? These past 4 or 5 years has especially been difficult because I have put myself out there. I have put my neck out there, right? I've put myself out there for people to use me, for people to abuse me, right? I've reached out to become friends with people, right? I've reached out to go out with somebody for potential, befriending, but all for them to show me how fake they truly are. Just for them to show me just how unloyal they really are. And many human beings, especially in America, I don't know how it works in many other parts of the world, but especially in America, people are very crude, right? People are very evil to one another. Even friends aren't truly friends anymore. And that's what I've witnessed as well. I've witnessed so-called best friends turn on each other. I've witnessed so-called best friends talk behind one another back. I thought that was somebody you were cool with. I thought that was somebody that you've been friends with all of these years. Why are you talking about him or her in that manner? Right? Why are you speaking such things about this person? Right? Human beings have turned me off from friendships. Human beings have turned me off from getting to know people, right? Maybe becoming best friends with people. Human beings have turned me off. And you know what? I prefer it this way because people are undeserving. People nowadays are extremely undeserving. And you do come across those truly genuine people from time to time. You do come across them, and you can sense it. You can feel it in the air, right? Because they feel your true genuineness, right? They feel that you are a heart made of gold. They feel it, and you feel them too, right? But because you guys are so traumatized by people, because you guys are so, you know, uh, distrusting of people, right? Because people have shown you the door. People have shown you the evil. People have shown you the rudeness, right? People have shown you their true color. So even when you feel that connection, even when you know that's a truly genuine person, right? You still don't put your neck out there. You still don't put yourself out there because it's just too much water up under the bridge, right? And it's such a shame that this is what it's come to. This is what it's come to, that people aren't connecting in real life. See, I don't like to sit around and talking about meaningless things. That's what I don't like to do. I don't like to sit around and talk about BS. I don't like to sit around and talk about things that don't matter, right? I don't like to sit around and talk about things that aren't really affecting my life, right? I don't want to sit back and talk about a Netflix series. I don't want to sit back and talk about just nonsense. But so many people have become so surface level, right? There's nothing to them. Most people are just, they're empty. They're empty. Most people are empty, and I'm full of everything, right? I want to talk about creativity. I want to talk about money. I want to talk about finances. I want to talk about business. I want to talk about, you know, just otherworldly things, right? Just, just things that go above the mind, just goes above, normal thinking. I want to talk about great things, right? Things that have meaning. But when you have conversations with people nowadays, it's just, oh, did you watch the game? No, I didn't, right? When you talk about things with people oh, did you watch you know, Squid Games? No, I didn't. But when you start talking to them about things that matter, right? Like getting ahead, right? Like owning a home, right? Mortgages, crypto, right? Politics, policies, people are just unaware. People are extremely unaware. And that's another thing that has turned me off with people, right? I just avoid them. I avoid people because you just don't know what kind of nonsense you're going to get. You just don't know what card somebody's going to pull, right? I've set things up with people, right? We're supposed to go out, or supposed to do this or supposed to do that, all for them to ghost me for no reason. Friendships have turned into the modern day relationships. Absolutely. Friendships have turned into the modern day relationships, right? Friends are ghosting so-called friends. Friends are doing other friends wrong. Friends are backstabbing other friends, right? Talking, just saying the most craziest things. Nobody's truly genuine out here anymore, right? People have lost their humanity. I think as a society, we've lost our humanity. We've lost every sense of what it means to actually be human. And nobody seems to be talking about it. Either that or nobody cares. And that's another thing. Nobody cares about each other. Right? I'm the type, like, I'll take my shirt off my back and give to anybody. Right? I'm a true, genuine, loving, loyal person. But as of these past few years, right? Me actually coming into adulthood and realizing what it means to actually be a man in society, be an adult in society, I've absolutely just turned off everything. I've turned off, just, it's still in me. Like I still am that loving person. I still am that genuine person. I still am that loyal person, right? If it's in you, it's in you. There's no taking it out. But I've become much colder, right? I've become much colder towards people. I've become much colder towards life, right? And not because I choose to be colder, but because life has shown me her hand. People have shown me their butt. People have shown me their true colors. So me becoming colder, well, it's just reactionary. That's all it is. I'm reacting to people, the general masses. I'm reacting to the general masses. I'm reacting to society in its totality, right? My coldness is reactionary. And to be honest with you, it may be a trickle down effect, right? I can guarantee you that there's many people who probably started off just like how I started off. You watching this probably started off just as how I started off, right? Genuine, wanting to find meaningful relationships, meaningful friendships, right? Truly wanting to get to know people, right? Whether that's a man or a woman, truly wanting to get to know people, but just all for them just to do you wrong, right? I've talking to people that I could have sworn up and down that we were cool, right? I could have sworn up and down that we were cool, right? Especially, at work. I already don't agree with making friends at work, but at least, you have those few people that you're cordial with, that you can sit back and throw a joke around with. I could have sworn up and down that me and this person was cool, right? I could have sworn me and her were cool. I could have sworn me and that guy were cool, right? But when they got around other people, certain other people who they were really cool with, they gave you the cold shoulder, right? They gave you the cold shoulder. They acted like you didn't exist, right? I remember, this neighbor of mine, right? True story. I remember this neighbor of mine, just I thought was real cool. He was I forgot what country he was from, but he had a very strong accent, right? Very strong accent. And, he was just cool, upbeat, bubbly guy, right? And he just so happened to, he moved in, him and his lady moved in. And, one day I was coming out, with my muscle shirt on, muscle showing, right? True story, true story. I was walking out and I met his girlfriend, right? And, he was at the door and he just looked at me with the utmost, like a deer in headlights. That's how he looked at me, like a deer in headlights. And I was just so confused because, it was a disturbing look as if like I did something wrong per se, right? And, like I said, I thought we were cool, but after that day, he started ignoring me, right? He started walking past me, right? He started just, acting weird, acting funny. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, is this because I have muscles and like your woman seen it? Like you don't want to get too close to me, so I'm not close to her? Like, what is it, bro? I don't want your woman. I don't want your chick, but there's so many guys out here who are insecure, right? And to each his own. Maybe some of you will say, "Well, I'll sway my girl from trying to from a Tyrone too, right? I would want to keep my girl away from a Chad and Tyrone too." But whatever, to each his own. But I said all that to say, like, you could think that you and another person are truly, genuinely friends or truly, genuinely getting to know each other, and all for just some little weird thing just to throw everything off. People are weird out here, man. People are absolutely weird. You don't have to do much for people to cut you off. You don't have to do anything for people to ghost you. I've been ghosted so many times. I've just become numb to it now, right? When people ask me to hang out, I'm like, yeah, okay, no, I'm okay, I'm good. When people ask me for my number, I'm like, nah, I'm good, I'm okay, because I just, it's basically predictive. It's predictive programming, right? Right. I'm just looking at or more so predictive behaviors is what I meant to say, right? When you have so many behaviors after so many times, right? You can only conclude that this must be a societal issue, right? And after you come across so many disingenuous people, so many rude people, so many unloving people, well, one must conclude that a good majority of people are this, that, and a third, right? And the genuine people that I do come across, they're literally like one in a million, right? You rarely come across them. And in the back of my head, I wish me and that person can actually get together. I wish me and that person could actually get to know each other. That one in a million person, right? Y'all should know. You know that one in a million person, that truly genuine person that you've come across, that you know is truly genuine, that's loving, right? That's authentic, authentically themselves, right? That one person. But y'all are so traumatized from life that you just don't take the chance, right? Y'all are so traumatized from people that you just don't take the chance, right? You just don't. You don't take the chance because you don't want to put your neck on the line. You don't want to get, your heart broken, right? You don't want to get, betrayed, right? You don't want to, this is the world we live in now. No one means anything anymore. Words don't mean things anymore, right? People's words you might as well throw it in the trash. People will give you their words, swear up and down, hand on a Bible, and literally lie right in your face. Literally sabotage you. Literally go out of their way to make you feel uncomfortable. Literally go out of their way to make you feel some kind of way. It's ugly out here, right? And it's not even just relationships, like I said. It's not just relationships. It's not just romantic relationships. It's all relationships, all forms of relationships now. Right? All forms of relationship now. And that's why I think it was last reported that many, especially with males, with men, many men don't have friends anymore. Right? Many people don't have friends anymore. It's an overall issue. Right? Society has become more selfish. Society has become more individualistic. Right? Society has become more evil. Society has become more judgmental. Society has become just overall just inhumane, right? And this is not how we're supposed to be living. It's not. It's not normal to live like this. It's not normal for people to not socialize. It's not normal for people to not to have friends. It's not normal. It's not normal at all, but it's normal right now. And it'll more than likely never change because as they roll out AI, as they roll out robots, as they roll out humanoids and androids who have the capabilities formulating relationships with human beings, we're gonna lose every sense of humanity that we have in the near future. Coming to a store near you. We're gonna lose every sense of humanity if we don't stop or do something now. We're gonna lose everything, right? And it who can stop it, right? Who can stop it? I can only vent about it. I can only say my piece about it, but I can't stop it. It's happening. Before you know it, people are going to be walking up down the street with their robotic dogs. Before you know it, people are going to be walking up and down the street with Andrea, the humanoid. Before you know it, people are going to be walking down the street with Chad the android, right? Or come on, bro, it's going to get ridiculous. This is where we headed. The the writing is already on the wall. They're already coming out with this kind of stuff. They're already dropping this kind of stuff. They're already ready to roll out these things already. And social media doesn't make anything any better. People are rather socialize online. People do more socializing online than they do in real life or out in the real world. Social media is the new socializing. Some people may be okay with that. You know, some people may not be okay with that. Overall, I mean, I'm basically accepting life for what it is. Right? I'm not trying to change things. I'm not trying to, prevent things from happening. I'm just presenting the truth, the facts, and, I can say my piece on things, but I'm not trying to change anything. Right? I don't care to change people. Right? Jesus tried to do that, and look what happened to him. Many people tried to do that, and look what happened to him. Right? I am no saving grace. I'm just simply accepting things for what they are, and I prefer it this way. I prefer to not get caught up in all the drama. I don't want to be caught up in the drama, right? I don't want to get caught up in all the nonsense. I don't want to get caught up in all the backstabbing, right? I don't want to get caught up in all the gossip. I don't, right? In today's time, me being where I am in life, I am trying to get so far ahead. I don't even have time for friends in the first place. Right? And some people's predicament may be like that. They work 2 jobs, right? They work 2 jobs and, they don't have time to be, socializing. They don't have time to go out, right? They don't have time for any of that. No time at all, right? So they're just trying to get by in life. So many people, that's another caveat. So many people are just trying to get by in life as well. Some people are, are truly genuine people out here. Some people do want to, get to know another person, but they just don't have the time, right? They wake up in the morning, work their first job, and then go and work their second job when they get off of that. And then they got to go pick up their kids if they got kids and all of that stuff, man. People are, you know, life, right? Society. It's gotten to where most people can't afford to live. Most people can't afford to socialize either. Most people can't afford to socialize. Most people can't afford to go out. Most people can't afford to do anything. Right? Some your friends want to go out to drinks. You can't afford drinks right now. Right? But is that really an excuse? Really? Right? Outside of the fact that you may have to work multiple jobs just to keep up with the bills and everything, but people want to go out and spend money that they don't have. What about a walk in the park? What about a cup of coffee? Right? What about just sitting in nature? What about just things that, will truly get you knowing a person, right? Getting to know a person. I don't know. Maybe I'm just venting. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But all in all, it is what it is. I'm okay with it, right? I prefer my peace. I prefer my peace. I prefer the peace and quiet. Throw on some jazz, throw on some piano music, light up a candle, create an ambiance, right? Make my YouTube videos, go to work, right? Provide for my family, right? And just call it a day. Get to the places, reach my goals that I need to reach, and just call it a day. It is what it is. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. All right? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And that's an after pill. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.